She's fiercely loyal, as she
Right.
said, perhaps problematically before the House committee yesterday. She tells white lies on behalf of the president. So I assume she will continue to defend him and do whatever she can to protect him wherever she may be.
Yeah, it's left all of us saying, define white lie, define non-substantive lies.
Hope Hicks had a very elevated position with Trump, and her loyalty to him helped garner that. But this is not a battle-tested person who knows how to weather storms.
Things are about to get pretty ugly inside the White House, and the question is, for somebody like Hope Hicks, why did you stay that long? She's got to get ready for Mueller. She's got to get ready for a trial. I mean, things could get ugly.
Joe's lost his mind, obviously. The Destroy Trump media having their field day following yesterday's announcement. Hope Hicks that she was resigning her position as White House Communications Director. Joining us now with reaction. He was there himself, former White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus. All right, first of all, I defy all of these phony, overpaid, so-called journalists, hypocrite colleagues that are lazy beyond belief. Okay, this is a white lie. The president would love to be on with you, Liberal Joe, but he's busy that day, okay? Meaning the president has no intention. Or Reince, your tie actually looks great tonight when I really think your tie looks hideous. That's a white lie, and they've all told
well,
them.
look, you know, I mean, this is part of what's driving money in the media. It's Trump world. It's trashing Trump. It's all part of what's been happening since day one with the president. Look, I mean, you look at what it's like in the White House. You're working like a dog. You're getting destroyed in the press. Many of these people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers, and you know, and you look at the results,
they'll pay more
and they're very
lawyers.
good. But you have to go to hell and back in order to get there, Sean.
You know, and this is another thing. So the media will say, okay, well, Donald Trump is never going to be somebody that he's not. He's not going to be the president, the mainstream establishment president that they wanted elected. They would have had that with Hillary. He's his own man. So if the president vents or tweets that he's annoyed with something, is that how he makes decisions, or is it part of a process?
Well, that's just it. I mean, the American people voted for a disruptor. But what I always try to explain to people all the time is that the media is obsessed with the decision-making process. Who's in, who's out, who's up, who's down, a tweet of the day. But this is really how the president makes decisions. He measures things out. He measures things out. He puts really smart people that might not agree with each other in the same room. But what I always tell people, focus on the results. Look at the results. Remember 4 things: federal judges in Gorsuch, ISIS, regulations, tax cuts, those 4 things. If you look at the results of what this president has accomplished, and you know, ignore the palace intrigue, ignore what the media wants to talk about every day that really doesn't matter.
You mean energy, independence,
you really can't find a whole lot that hasn't been accomplished.
Look at the statistics today. What, a 49-year low? Unemployment issues. Here's what I want to ask you. So Adam Schiff
Look at the Heritage Foundation.
He got 64%.
Look at the Heritage Foundation. I think the other day they said 64%
of his agenda.
And I would tell you, the Heritage Foundation they were no big pro-Trump organization when Donald Trump went down that escalator. So it's not like there are Trump cheerleaders out there making these numbers up. It's actually true.
Let me ask you this. Adam Schiff is a mission. I thought Meghan McCain destroyed him on The View. I didn't watch. We showed the clip.
She did.
And I give her all the credit in the world. She did a phenomenal job. Adam Schiff, it's all in the public arena now about Trump-Russia collusion. I'm like, is there any evidence? Have you ever seen anything? Because I haven't.
You know, I've never seen anything. I've been told by high-ranking members of the FBI, as I've mentioned before, I won't get into it again, but they flat out told me that one of those articles, the original New York Times article that apparently won an award the other day for journalism, was overstated, untrue, and many other things about it. And these were people from the FBI that told me this. So, look, you know, I've never seen it. I know the president hates it, and he hates watching it. But
is it
I would just suggest
he
to, as always, move forward.
Last question. Just because the president vents in a meeting as he's making a decision, I think I want to fire that person. What is the real process? Does he do it when he says it, or is it part of a process?
No, listen, there is a process. There was a process when I was there. It's the same process that was followed by Ronald Reagan and Bush 43. There's a principals committee where major decisions are brought through with all the principals of the White House, major departments, general counsels. They all come up to the president with a decision memo in hand, presented to the president for a decision. Now, there are some things, though, that the American people understand that the president at times gets tired of waiting on. If he knows what he's going to do about the issue in regard to, say, transgender in the military, he's going to make a decision. He's been talking about steel tariffs since the 1980s.
That's totally
true. I may not be a big fan of steel tariffs, but this is what President Trump's agenda is all about, and the staff is charged with executing the agenda of the president, and the agenda of the president is getting done, and it's working for the American economy.
All right, Ryan, it's always good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. All right, when we come back, the great one on our top story, yes, the FBI could have committed crimes and broken protocol. The great one, Mark Levin, responds to all of that. That's straight ahead.